Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike King here. This is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Media Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1, The Choice 105.3, International Business Group Radio, as well as CW Richmond TV every 5 a.m. Well, we can't say 5 a.m. Okay, 5 a.m. on CW, Mike King Biz and Friends. Okay, so here, everybody knows me. I'm out in the community. I know cool people. Cool people know cool people. So here I am. Okay, Julie, where the heck am I?
Well, right now you are sitting in Happy Haven,
And
here in Short Pump.
In Short Pump.
Yes.
I've said I've gone by here thousands of times, but I never came here. This is a gem. Okay, so we got Julie Hill. Tell us who we got with us today. This is your thing.
Okay, well, we've got Heather Engel, who is the owner of Happy Haven.
Hi.
I see why you named it Happy Haven.
Thank you.
The feel is there.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And when I walked in here for the first time, I felt the same way.
Yeah,
so that's why we're
it's
here.
a good feeling.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, our speaker for our Thursday evening event, Reba. Yeah, we're so excited to have you.
That's why I had to be cautious with the 5 a.m. thing. Because
We're right.
yeah, exactly. Well, she does it the right way. So Reba Hollingsworth, morning anchor, WTVR. And I always say, appreciate the people over at WTVR. Great folks, friends of the family. All right, Jolie, what are we here to talk about today?
Well, we're excited about on Thursday. We are having an event that is bringing women in business and women entrepreneurs together. So we're having a WOW social. We call it WOW social. And WOW stands for Women on Their Way. And I would think these two women are definitely on their way in what they're doing. So there's a group of women that will be here, probably about 40 to 45 people, and we're going to hear Reba, but we're also going to shop. And we're also going to find out a little bit more about the story about Heather and her store.
Okay, Heather, the way the program works is, tell us who you are and what you do.
So I am Happy Heather, and I own Happy Haven. I'm an entrepreneur.
Always?
No, not always. I was a mom, and my husband and I owned a construction company. And then some things have taken place in my life, and then I just decided one day that it was time to open up my passion and dreams. I've always dreamed of putting clothes together, fabrics, bringing people together, and I just did it online for about a year. And then I just started riding around one day.
Found a place.
Some days came, and I just walked in and I was like, oh, this is it.
A lot of people have boutiques.
Mhm.
But how do you set the feel of this place right here? I mean, it's Happy, and you put that in the name. How do you do that?
So I have a big faith.
Okay.
So it's kind of like me and Jesus in the store.
You
And
can't get a better partner than that. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
that's just what it is.
Exactly.
Haven is so Happy as me. Haven is. I was trying to figure out how to name the store, and I looked up refuge because I feel like Jesus is my refuge, and Haven was in there as a definition. So Happy is me, Haven is Jesus, and then the Blackbird is my husband. So the store is just this space for me and Jesus, and it's for the community to come together to fellowship. It's for entrepreneurs to showcase what they have. Like Reba's been in to showcase her purses. And I just leave the doors open. And I don't hold the store very tightly. So I just feel like I should share it with everyone.
You hung out the shingle. When did you know you had something?
Oh gosh.
I told you I was going to ask.
I know.
I warned you.
I know. When did I know that I was going to the store?
Now, when you knew that what you had thought about, what you had dreamed about came true.
Oh gosh. It was in July of 2018.
You knew exactly why.
I had been through a tragic loss, and I found Jesus, and I took care of the kids, and then I just heard Jesus say it's time. So I knew what I needed to do.
All right, Julie, what's your connection to Heather?
To Heather. So I was connected to Heather probably about 3 months ago. And I had never been in here, had heard about the store, but had never walked through the doors. But once I walked through these doors,
You got it.
I knew something was special about Heather, special about the store, I loved all the other entrepreneurs that she, of course, has highlighted and introduced to our community. So once I knew that that was the place, I knew this was the place for the WOW Social.
Okay, so Reba, a lot of people know you as the person they see on TV in the morning delivering news and waking us up. That's the journalistic side of Reba, but there's also the growth part as far as being an entrepreneur.
Right.
So let's talk about people when they're in something, they're working the day to day, they're doing their thing, but they got that thing. And
little
it's
nagging
like
thing.
that nagging thing.
Yes.
And when does the nagging thing have to be dealt with?
When it's just restless, like you can't sleep, you're always thinking about it. And like Heather, I have this big faith as well. And I think God has a way of putting people in your path, and people kept getting in my path. And I was like, wait a minute, this must be the message. And it got to be frustrating putting my mic on. It got to the point where I could no longer say, oh, I'm not going to do it. Maybe I'll find someone else to make this. And finally, there was this voice within me said, well, why can't you make this leg wrap for women to attach their wireless microphone? Why are you fighting with this microphone every single morning? And so that's when I decided to, okay, well, maybe I can make it. Maybe I don't have to wait for someone else to do it. And found my seamstress, and we kind of worked together on it. And like I said, path, every day it seems like something or someone was in my path to help me make this. And I have to give a shout out to a lot of people who helped me put this product together, and a lot of them women. And sometimes I think when you want to start something new, you think, oh, I have to have it close to and hold it close to your vest and not share the secret or all this stuff. You're not sharing your secrets, but if you can find someone to help you get something done, and oh, I know somebody who can help you with this. Oh, I know somebody who can help you with that. That's how, for me, that's how my products became to be.
So, Julie, I came here, and like I said, every time I talk to you, how long have I been banging on your door? Just a few years. You were the banking lady. When
Yes.
you were the banking lady with the woman's,
Yes.
so that was always your lane. You know a bunch of people, obviously,
Yes.
and it's turned into WOW.
Yes.
So let's talk about you doing the same thing that you're talking to the others about, is basically building your tribe and all of a sudden going for it.
Correct.
And that's what you've done. Let's talk about the creation of WOW.
Well, again, it's a journey. We talked about the journey. We've talked about having got a part of that journey, and he absolutely has been. And when I wanted to be my own business owner, my own entrepreneur, I knew I didn't want to do it by myself.
Mm.
That was the one thing that I said, I've always been in a journey together with other people. And that's why I actually also have two co-owners. So one being Michelle Simon and one being Joe Sharon, who was the past CEO of EVB and Sona. So we have come together because each one of us have different skill sets. But when we came together because we wanted to continue to do what we were doing, which was when we were at the bank, we were bringing people together, but we were educating them, we were supporting them. And doing all of that, we said, we could do this as our own business. We can help people with their marketing. We can help people with their financial consulting. But we also can bring and collaborate together and support each one of these women like we have, and continue to do that. And so the WOW Collaborative also has a membership component. And with that, we're there to set goals and talk about what everyone needs. And we truly want to have those conversations. So.
Okay, and now let's get to the social part.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that is this
Yes.
week.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk. How does that idea come about? Because being in a radio business, people, I know a lot of cool people, but I know you on Tuesday, I know you on Thursday, I know you on Friday. You guys never really get together, but you guys have events where people get together. Weren't you down at Midas?
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
you're down with Mark
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. And Patty. So absolutely.
Yes.
Yes,
and
very
listen,
supportive, and one of our WOW members, one of our founding partners, actually.
I remember sitting there with Mark a couple of years. I banged on his door a long time too.
Yeah.
Yes, and I remember when seeing the commercial that he was running with Patty talking about women feeling comfortable coming into Midas.
Yes.
That right there was a very good move. Because a lot of times you think of women and cars feeling uncomfortable. It's like, yo, here's my wife.
Mm.
And then a lot of the women, people who work for me in leadership positions are women, so it's not shocking that you're down with Marcia.
Yes, yes. And Patty, when I was with the bank, Patty, actually, we asked her to be a speaker, one of our speakers, and she said that our women's program gave her a voice.
Oh, wow.
It was huge. And Patty has been so supportive about what we've been doing because she understands this journey and how women in business get things done, but also women in business need to support each other. We need to work together. We need to provide resources for each other. And that's what the WOW Collaborative does. It's a women's business organization that is there to know about your goals, setting, goals together and making it happen.
And you guys have women at all stages.
Yes, we do.
And that's really the cool part about that you hear about. Is sometimes men's groups can be a little bit more competitive. It's not so much collaborative. You have to find really cool men to do that. That the men have to let their guard down to be like, how you doing? I'm fine. Well, wheels are coming off.
Right.
The wheels are coming off.
Right.
But now maybe because of COVID and the time we spent
Yeah.
at home, we may be a little bit better than that. So Heather, really quickly, women are out there and they have an idea that they want to do. Everybody has an idea.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about taking that and making that happen.
So that's a journey. Like you have an idea and you want to come together. I'd say you just start educating yourself, get yourself around women that are going to be supportive and say, hey, this is Jenny who can help you with financing, or here's Reba who can help you find a seamstress, or, just all the people that you're going to connect with. Is to find women that are going to support you and love you. And they're going to be like, hey, that's a great idea. You need to take that and go. Like, we're going to stand behind you, whatever you need. I just feel like I wouldn't have done that a couple of 10 years ago, but a lot of things have changed in my life, and now I'm just like, let's go. Let's go.
So people come into the store,
Mm-hmm.
return visitors know what they're getting.
Right.
Person walks in, never been here.
Right.
You see that look on their face. What's that feel like when you see the person be like, ooh, whoa.
Yeah, well,
This
it's
is
so exciting.
yeah, it feels good.
Yes.
What's that conversation like when people are like, I never expected this?
Well, I always ask. I'm like, is this your first time in? Like, I always start a conversation. As soon as you walk in, I'm going to start a conversation with you. Just because I want to get to know you as a person, not just as a customer. Like, I want to build a relationship with you. So that's what's important to me in this store, is that you come in and you feel loved and you feel comfortable, not just coming in to buy something. Like, hey, you want to pray? You need, do you need something? I'll help you. Whatever you need, I'm here to help you.
I come in and shop just to see you as well.
Yes.
And the clothes are great.
Thank you.
It's a good feel.
Yes.
Okay, so Heather, okay, now this is a business show. We got to get down to the business
Okay,
part of
okay,
it. Boutique in the front,
right.
cool stuff. No, it's stuff there. The things in the back, the event space.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, let's talk about that because that's something right there. There are a lot of spaces around, but the feel of this back here is something different.
It is. So when I was doing the build out, I was like, I just kept feeling that I wasn't supposed to do clothes in the back. I'm like, I'm not supposed to do. I don't want clothes back there. I don't want gifts back there. That needs to stay open, and I'm just gonna see what happens with it. It wasn't long after that someone reached out about a Bible study. So they use that. Young Life uses it. They've used it for 2 years before school. They have all their kids come in here and do their meetings. I had entrepreneur bakers have come in and they do cookie classes. We have had artists come in and teach painting classes. We have pop-ups where women come in and showcase all of whatever they're creating. Like, come in for free. Here you go. Have this space. You come in, I'll promote it on my Instagram and my Facebook. I'll bring people in for you. And then we, have the wild collab. Last weekend, we did a baby shower. Lady came in, she said, I just love your store. I don't wanna go rent a country club or go, she was like, I want people to come in here, and they had a baby shower back here with 25 women. And they just set it up, so it's very, it's just a space.
Yeah.
It's just this open space, and you can make it what you want.
It's a
You can
community
create it.
space.
It is.
It's a community space, all right, Reba, so you run into a lot of cool things.
Mhm.
And that's the coolest part, but you're totally supportive of the community. What did you feel the first time you walked in here?
Oh my gosh, I came with a friend of mine who I had just met at that time, and she was an entrepreneur from DC. She's like, "Oh, you have to meet my friend Heather."
How is a lady from DC?
I know.
You're the TV lady. Maybe you're supposed to know something, like you can tell us.
I know. All fair. And so I came in, I met Heather, and I think she had a book, Rashawn had a book, and
Yes.
you were showcasing her book and all that. And my friend had told Heather, "Oh, Reba has a bag coming out." And one of the first things Heather said, "Oh, you can do a pop-up here." So when my bag did come out, my first pop-up was here.
Oh, that's where.
Yeah.
Yes,
I didn't-
there's the connection.
There's the connection.
Uh-huh.
And so when I first, and I didn't know Julie was gonna have it here. She's like, "Oh, the store, Happy David." I was like, but you know, Heather is just one of those people that just embrace you and really want you to succeed and to shine, and gave me this space back here, and I was able to have my very first pop-up.
All right, Julie, let's talk about the state of women's business. We're in
Yes.
Women's History Month. How are women doing out there now, and what could women do really to put themselves in, especially young entrepreneurs, where they're trying to make a go of it?
Absolutely. Well, there's also, I always like to talk about the fun fact, there's over 11.6 million women-owned businesses. Okay, and they're coming in fast and furious, and that's great. But they also need a group of women to collaborate with, because these women are experts, they're collaborators. We're willing to sit down and talk. When someone says, I need to run this business, what do you think I need? You need a bookkeeper, you need a CPA, you need a marketing company. And a lot of times they don't have these resources. So we've got to bring these resources together. In fact, on Thursday night, as they walk in, they don't know this yet, but as they walk in,
We're not telling anybody. Well, you know,
as they walk in, we're going to ask them what type of business that they're in. And then when we're having this social and talking about it with Reba and everything like that, we're gonna ask, who are all the people that are in marketing? Who are all the people that are in healthcare? Who are all the people as an attorney? Because again, all of these things are needed to run a business. And our main objective for the first part of this year has been about wellness, financial wellness.
Yep.
You know, we had wellness coaches last week, or actually a couple of weeks at 21 Spoons. I mean, she just got written up and everything like that in Southern Living. I mean, it's a huge thing. But again, she was a part of what we're doing with WOW and said, I'd like to host. So that's why these socials are so important. That's why our talks are so important, because who are you meeting that you need to meet? And so this WOW social on Thursday night is from 5:30 to 7:30. We will start with networking, collaborating, connecting, but then we'll go in and actually recognize Reba, Heather, and everyone that's a part of it and sponsoring this.
Reba, so you know and this is Julie's word, you know the community here from being a journalist, and that's how people know you. What's it like now going over into the entrepreneurial world over there with, out on the streets like other folks out there now?
It's like the tables are flipped, because as the journalist, I'm supporting you. So if I have you on doing an interview
A
like
lot of
this,
good things happen.
yeah.
Like a lot of good things are happening to me
Exactly.
when you came on the show. Okay, Mike
So
King made it.
I'm
Yes.
giving them the platform to talk about their business or whatever. So that makes me just feel so good to be able to help, especially so many nonprofits and small businesses out there. Now it's the flip side. It's like I'm feeling the love with people really embracing my products, not just here in Richmond, but my especially my leg wrap sold nationally. So I'm feeling the love and the support. And you need that, because it's just me. I don't have anyone else working with me. And sometimes you just need that support. It feels like you're on the island sometimes all by yourself and wondering, is this right? Am I doing the right thing? And so you just need someone to say, I see you, I support you, girl, you doing okay? Just to check on you. You just need that.
That is true. Heather, I always talk to business owners, so I was at Fahrenheit
Yes. So
last week. ask them about culture. How do you set, even like over at TVR?
Yeah.
The culture there, and that's why I thank, Stephen Hill, appreciate it. The culture is a certain way it works as far as business. How do you set a culture so then when I walk in, I feel it?
Oh, gosh.
Come on, that ain't no God, you did it.
You got Jesus.
That's your partner.
Yeah, I mean, we're
He's
tight.
on
We're tight. That's all I'm gonna say, we're real tight.
It's me.
But you also do a good job with her social media game, especially on Instagram. It's so good. And you have a lot of these young girls who come in wearing these
Yes.
very cute clothes with all this energy. She creates this vibe to me.
Okay, so now how does that happen?
Well,
How do you get the buzz?
I guess that's just my creative side. Like I like a certain color pattern, like a palette. Like when I'm doing the social media, I want it to be a certain color for, how many days. I want the right words spoken. I want to reach everyone. So when I do bring the young girls in, I also want to bring in, not old, but hey, I still want to wear cute clothes. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so I just have, my mindset is like that. That's how I'm running this business. And that's just how I, am. I just love color and patterns. So I want it to look good when I lay it out as well.
There you go. All right, Julie, the event is Thursday.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
so like I tell people, I come from a long line of preachers. The Army got me. I'd be remiss. I love when they always say that. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about this whole banking issue and how it affects small businesses. A lot of times they're women-owned businesses as well. Give our listeners and viewers an idea of your thoughts on, because we're gonna do something.
Yes.
But this right here, speaking to it from a lot of times how it affects the women business owners that you deal with.
Right. The one thing that I've always spoke about is have a partner with your bank. Have someone that you can call, who you can email, who you can text, because that is really important right now, because you need to have that relationship. And that is why we, even with having Joe Sharon, a part of our company, the WOW Collaborative, he really sits down and talks to people about where you are in your business and have that relationship. That's so important. And so I would just say, make sure you have a partner, straighten a relationship. Absolutely.
When the young Julie Hill was starting out as a banker, how'd you get to be the woman community banker? Was that by design?
Okay, no, we're going to go back a little bit further.
Okay.
For 19 years, I was the vice president for the Retail Merchants Association. I was connected to businesses. That's where it started. And my background, even prior to that, was with Talbot's. I traveled all across the country opening stores.
Wow, topic.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
I
Right there. I'd take that.
So when it comes to, I understand retail.
Mhm.
And then when it came to associations, I again was connected to many, many businesses.
Mhm.
When did you start with the retail merchants?
I was there for 19 years. And when I started at EVB at that time, when I was running the women's program, it was in July of 2015.
Wow.
Through Jenny Kirby.
Yes.
There was
yes,
something that you were at, it's at
Yes.
the gallery.
You and I have been running into each other for a while.
Yeah. Try and hang. I can say, try and hang out with cool people.
Well,
Okay, it is so that's have a relationship with the banker.
yes,
To
absolutely.
secure that. Heather, what's new and exciting for you coming up that people would expect here?
Oh, there's always something new. Yeah, I'm always turning around. So we're gonna bring in high-end consignment. That's gonna be new. And then we're gonna bring in new entrepreneurs. I'm just trying to keep the pop-ups coming. So we're just gonna open the doors. I have a few events that are lined up. I'm trying to work with the community more. So we're gonna work with like Upper Shirley. We're gonna work with a bike company, Basket of Bikes. We're gonna work with speaking coaches. There's another baker coming in. So yeah, we have a lot coming up in the next couple of months.
Okay, so you're part of the family now. The way it works is you gotta let us know when things are happening so that way we could let people know. Reba, new and exciting for you?
It is. It's always exciting. You never know what to expect in the world TV.
Yeah.
You walk in, but I have a new shipment of my AHA wrap. I finally was able to restock all of my sizes, and we've added a pocket. So when women wrap it around their leg, they can actually put their cell phone in the pocket.
Okay, Reba, ma'am, there's some men who need some help with that too. Some of these men wearing these little skinny suits. Everybody does not need to wear the skinny suits. And then you see the same issue that you had. Why does that guy have something sticking out of his back when he turned around
Right,
with the
right.
skinny suit on?
Well, for men, men can wear it. It's up to the man. But they have the belt loop. Whereas women, if you're in, I know what you're saying.
I know,
I know
yes.
what you're saying. But in a dress, we have nowhere to put it except your bra strap or your underwear. And it's very uncomfortable. And the person who's usually miking you up
As a man,
is a
it's
man.
always a man.
And so you don't want them going down your dress to hook it. So I can hook it myself on my legs.
You don't know how uncomfortable it is for that man doing that too. Bob, we need you to do this, and Bob's like, is there anybody else that can do this?
Well, I remember too, when I was running the programs at the bank, I purchased one of those
I
wraps
met Julie
years ago.
Yeah.
I was like one of the first ones to purchase that from her because I saw the importance of what it was doing and how it was helping and things like that. So we've kind of been collaborating for a while on different things.
There you go, Wow Collaborative, Thursday. How can people find you any other time?
Any other time, if they can visit our website, thewowcollaborative.com. And if I can just also say, each month, we also highlight a nonprofit. And this month we'll be highlighting the National Kidney Foundation because it's Kidney Month.
Oh, yes.
So just wanted to let you know that we've supported over 8 or 9, and we also give a donation. So
So a person says, hey, Miss Julie. Scott. It's Scott who says that. Yeah.
Sky, okay, yes.
Okay. On the mic with Mike King, and we gotta go. I've issued that time. I'm not a trained journalist like Reba. I get excited, so I'm looking, and so it's a Sky Rain. So she's always talking very highly.
Oh.
There you go. All righty, so on the mic with
Station woman.
Mike King here at Happy Haven. How can people find information about Happy Haven?
We are Instagram, Facebook. You can Google us at Happy Haven. It's happy/haven.com. And then Instagram, it's at Happy Haven RVA.
There you go, Reba. How can people find you?
Instagram is a good one, and it's Reba on TV, and Facebook is my WTVR one.
Got you. All righty, Julie.
Your Facebook and LinkedIn, the Wow Collaborative.
There you go.
Look forward to hearing from you.
On the mic with Mike, as I always say, thank you for having us here. This is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network. What we try and do is showcase an RVA in a different way, showcasing all the great things that are happening. As I say, make sure you take a listen and support our sponsors and advertisers, because I always say 2 things happen. The microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids need stuff. And I'm just telling you right there, they need some stuff. So
And Heather can take care of you.
yeah, that is true. Especially the girly stuff. We gotta come back with that. I'm a master of that. I gotta get the cups. I ain't got those aroma oil things.
Yes.
Yeah, I need that. Yeah. You need that. All right, so on the mic with Mike, we're gonna leave off of here. This is the radio portion. Then we're gonna show you around over there on Facebook Live and show you what's happening here. So we gotta go. Take care now. Thanks.